All right, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be in our midst. I've been getting ready for this training, and I trust God to help me deliver this training the way He has put it in my heart. I actually became very concerned with why a lot of people are not succeeding, why a lot of people seem to fail in our business and in other spheres of life. Especially in this business, I see quite a number of persons who struggle. And I kept asking, it became obvious that one of the major reasons a lot of people fail is because of that word, laziness. I've done a training that addressed distractions. The other thing that needs to be addressed is what is laziness. And as if the spirit, not as if actually the spirit is one. You heard Dr. Mba today mention laziness as one of the responsible factors for poverty. Is actually unfortunate. So I'm going to be running this training tonight. I want you to listen with rapt attention, avoid every form of distractions. And I tell you that today you should learn something that will help you. I will most likely not finish this training tonight, considering time and other meetings that are also available. By the time we'll be done, our time must have been fast spent. So we'll most likely finish the second part. So this is more like the first part of this training, all right? So make sure you are here and make sure you heard everything that is going to be said. If you are ready for me, type ready. Make sure that all of your teammates are in this meeting. Everybody you love and care about, let them be in this meeting. Because I trust that after today, a lot of people should move into a higher level of productivity. The reason for this training is to increase your productivity. If you are tired of the kind of life you're living, you hate the kind of results you have around you, you cannot condone laziness. You can't, you shouldn't, right? So we will understand this thing and what is even the cause of laziness. Why do people get lazy in the first place? So we'll understand these things, okay? We'll understand them, and then we'll see the characteristics of a lazy person. Now, some of us think we're actually serious-minded. We will see after now. So make sure that everybody you know is connected to this meeting, and by the end of today, we should be grateful that we spent time talking tonight. I tagged this the price of laziness. There's a price to pay for being lazy. There's a price. I've talked about opportunity cost before, and I said it, every decision you make has an opportunity cost. Every decision you make has an opportunity cost, right? So let's get started. First of all, what is laziness? Laziness is the quality of being unwilling to work or use energy. Laziness is the quality of being, now you see that present continuous tense, being unwilling to work or to make use of energy. When you find yourself, rather than working, anybody who prefers to conserve energy, anybody who is unwilling to exert energy, that person is said to be lazy. Anybody that doesn't want to work, doesn't like stress, right? And the thing is always that has become a character. It has become an attitude that this person is always unwilling to work, always unwilling to use energy. So anything that will cause that person to make use of energy, to exert energy, the person is averse to it. The person is averse to work. And you see, one of the things with lazy people is that they keep looking for shortcuts to avoid work. One of the character of lazy people is that they keep looking for shortcuts to avoid work. In another sense, laziness is the disinclination to activity. The lack of inclination to activity, or the disinclination to exertion. Now, this is the part that catches my attention. Despite having the ability to act or exert oneself. This is the catch. This last one that's from Wikipedia. He said, laziness is the disinclination to activity. The person doesn't like activity. Anything that will cause me to be active, I don't like it. Or exerting myself. Now, this is where it's more striking. In spite of the fact that the person has the ability to do that work. In spite of the fact that the person has the capacity to exert yourself. You have no business lying on the bed in the daytime if you are not sick. If you are healthy, it means that you have the ability to do work. But if, irrespective of the fact that you have the ability to do work, and by 10 a.m., you are still on your bed, by 11 a.m., you are still on your bed, in spite of the fact that you have the capacity, you have the ability to do the work, to act, to use energy, but you prefer to do otherwise, you are a lazy person. That person is lazy. If you are not physically impaired, if you are not physically challenged, you are not handicapped, right? All your body is intact. Your brain is functioning well. Your body parts are functioning well. You have no reason not to work. If all your faculties are intact and you have the health that guarantees you the ability to work, but you refuse to work, you instead prefer to idle away, that is called laziness. So you will see a grown-up adult, healthy, okay, he's not bedridden. All his physical, his faculties are intact. But he prefers to come and be begging on the streets. That's a lazy man. That's a lazy woman. Except if you are incapacitated. So laziness is the disinclination to activity, despite having the ability to act. I hope it's as clear as day to you. That is what laziness is. Now, do you understand why? Do you understand why that your uncle doesn't want to help you? Because what you consider as help is that your uncle is rich, right? Your uncle is rich. So you expect that because your uncle is rich, your uncle should be doling out money. Your uncle is ATM machine, right? So whenever you need money, you just slot in your ATM by way of sending text message. Uncle, I don't have money. I need money for this. I need money for that. And you expect your uncle to just wire the money. Meanwhile, you are what? You are a graduate. You have a brain. You have the capacity to work. Even though you have not gotten a job, right? You can still go and do something that can give you some money, right? You can go and use your energy to work and make some money. But you are expecting, you don't want to do that. Instead, you are at home. And when you're at home, you're always looking neat and well kept, combing your hair every 1 minute, looking at the mirror every 2 seconds, checking yourself out. Your faculties are intact. And your only means for having money, because there's no job. I've been applying and there's no job. Nobody wants to give me a job. It's not my fault now. It's not my fault. So because I've been applying, nobody's giving me a job. So I'm at home, right? I'm at home. So uncle, daddy, mommy, right? Send me money. I need money. It's not my fault that there's no job in Nigeria. My friend, you are a lazy man. You are a lazy woman. You are a lazy person. Because you have all it takes. But you are doing fine boy, fine girl, right? And instead of you to go out and walk, go out and walk, go out and use your energy, right? And get some money. Nobody's saying you should get all the millions, but at least you are making some effort. You are using your brain to think. Laziness. And let me tell you something. Anybody that is always bailing you out doesn't love you. Let me say this. Anybody that is always bailing you out, not allowing you to use your brain and think, not allowing you to use the God-given energy that you have for production. Anybody that is always bailing you out does not love you. It doesn't matter whether it's your father, it doesn't matter if it's your mother, it doesn't matter if it's your sibling, it doesn't matter if it's your uncle. There is you see, the reason for difficulties is for your brain to work. In the times of difficulty, that is when what? That is when people rise. When things are not going your way, that is the time to think. That is the time to use your brain and think of a solution. But you see, somebody that doesn't even want to use his brain is a lazy person. Is a lazy person. So that's the definition of laziness there now. Are you seeing it now? Right? Are you seeing it now? No. So I hope you are ready for me tonight. If you know you are a lazy person, don't be in this meeting. And if you don't want to change, you are a lazy person and you don't want to change, don't be in this meeting, because I'm going to be hitting you hard, right? Because you must change. You've got to change. You can't continue like this. How come on? Look at what laziness produces in the life of people, right? That's laziness. Now, look at it. Look at it. Even the Holy Book, has something to say about laziness. Now, it is not just the fact that you are not willing to work, right? Laziness is not the painful part of laziness. It's not just the fact that you are not willing to work. Look at something that the Holy Book said, right? Now, those of you who are not Christians, pardon me. Today, I'm going to be giving you free Bible study lessons, okay? Right? You can afford to appreciate me later, okay? I'm going to be what? I'm going to be giving you free Bible lessons, what? Free Bible study lessons today. Are you with me now? Now, listen to me. Listen to me. He said that a lazy person is as bad as someone who destroys things. Proverbs 18. Proverbs 18 verse 9. Laziness, a lazy person, when you bring a thief who destroys things, the Bible said that if you want to punish a thief for destroying somebody's house, that you should do what? That same punishment you will give to a thief, you should give that same punishment to anybody who is lazy. Because two of them are working in the same ministry. Both of them are in the same department of the ministry of destruction. A lazy person is as bad. I think King James put it this way. He said that a lazy person is the brother of a destroyer. Is the brother of a destroyer. So if you are looking at your laziness and you are condoning yourself, after all, my own is just laziness. Listen to me. You are committing the same crime as anybody who is destroying things. Let me explain the import of these statements to you. Listen to me. Do you know why this is true? You see, when you are lazy or when you are lazying about, right? Certain things that should have changed in your life, especially financially, right? Because when you are hardworking, hard work brings about prosperity. Hard work brings about plenty. When you are hardworking, you will have something, and that your something can actually help another person. Are you following me now? Right? Can actually help another honest person. But when you are lazying around, the things you are supposed to what? The things you are supposed to have that should have helped another person, that should have kept another person from compromising, that should have kept another person from what? From falling or going astray. Because of your laziness, that person falls astray. And that person's destiny is destroyed because you that should have provided what he or she would have needed to stay afloat did not provide it. And because of that, that person's life has been ruined. For example, you should work hard today so that your niece tomorrow, who has no father, who has no mother, right? Your niece tomorrow, who doesn't have anybody to help her, that you should have been a source of help for her. But because you were lazying around, now she has come to the point where she needs help for her studies. She needs help to set up something that can make her, make her a what? Make her, a very, very valuable member of the society. But because you were lazying about, you don't have what she needs that would have trained her in school. And then she falls for that man
who is telling her, just come. There is nothing there. I will pay all the bills. I will settle everything. But you have to compromise. The you who was supposed to have provided everything that she needed for her to be able to stand and live a responsible life, because you were lazing around and you couldn't provide it, she fell for it. She fell for that bait because of the pressure and whatsoever. What have you just done? You have succeeded in contributing in the destruction of that life and of that future. When you are supposed to be working hard so that you can produce and have something that tomorrow somebody in your family, somebody around is rushed to the hospital and just 200,000 naira is the bill that will save that life. But because you refused to work hard, because you were lazy around, there was no enough money for proper treatment that would have saved the life of that man, that would have saved the life of that woman, and the person loses his life because of lack of resources that somebody like you should have provided. What just happened? You just destroyed a life. You see why the Holy Book can say that a lazy person is as bad as anyone, as someone who is destroying things. The price of laziness. The price of laziness is so expensive. Laziness accounts for 85% of the world's poverty today. Laziness accounts for 85% of the world's poverty today. Laziness is the reason almost everybody is poor. Because listen to me, prosperity requires hard work. Creating prosperity requires hard work. But we live in a generation today that nobody wants to work, but everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich, but people are not ready to do the work. We live in a society today that promotes laziness, that sponsors laziness. Guess what? Today, there are even songs that promote laziness. You know them. Is that not true? We live in a world today that does what? That celebrates laziness. There are songs that now do what? That now promote laziness. People are singing to promote laziness. Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself. What is that? Promoting laziness. And even when you watch that video, what was the guy doing? He was inside shopping mall and eating junk everywhere. Eating junk everywhere. That's enjoyment. That's enjoyment. That's a song that somebody sang. Right? Right? Then I can't keep myself. Allow me to flex. Right? This one, this life, I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. Allow me enjoy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And people are doing what? People are singing it. People are singing it. They are even doing music for what? For laziness. If I broke now my business, Abi. If I broke now your business, Abi, it's my business because I am the one you come and ask for urgent 2K. It is my business because when you don't have money to pay your rent, you come and ask me for rent. You're asking me if it is my business if you are broke. It is my business if you are broke. Because you will not allow the people who have worked hard and created what you won't allow them to rest. You are telling people, allow you to enjoy yourself, but you are not allowing productive, serious-minded people to have their peace. You will not allow them to rest, but you want somebody to allow you to rest. And if they refuse to help you, they become bad people. You take them to town. You begin to speak ill about them. You begin to speak ill about them everywhere. That they don't like helping people. Rich people, they don't like helping people. They don't give. They don't do this one. Oh, but you said if you are broke, now your business, Abi. You've said if you are broke, it's nobody's business, Abi. We live in a world. We live in a society that promotes laziness. And you know the funny part? Do you know the funny part? The youth, the youth are the people singing the song. Oh, they will use borrowed data, right? They will use borrowed data and go and download the song about laziness, and they are busy singing, if I broke now my business, on top of borrowed data. On top of borrowed data. Who did this thing to us? Who did this thing to us? Even the money to listen to the song you no get, you borrowed it, and then you use it, and the song you are singing is that what? Is that no, everybody should allow you to rest. Everybody should allow you to enjoy yourself. And then you will still use that, borrowed data to chat up somebody and be saying, please now, a sub for me now, do give away for me with borrowed data. And if the person tells you I cannot do it, the person is a bad person. Laziness accounts for 85% of the world's poverty. It accounts for what? For 85% of the world's poverty. And that is why, listen to me, can I tell you the truth? Your village people they are innocent. Village people are innocent in this matter. Village people are very, very innocent in this matter. It is laziness that is the cause. Stop blaming, stop going to go and pray on that innocent tree in your father's compound. He didn't do anything to you. It's laziness that is the reason you are where you are. That innocent tree did not do anything to you. That old woman in your family house did not do anything to you. It is your laziness that has kept you where you are, that is keeping people where they are. Spending money, hiring pastors to come and pray over innocent sand. They say, no, it is this, it is the other person. And they will never speak the truth to you. Somebody who sleeps from morning till night, somebody who spends the whole day on Netflix, somebody who spends the whole day on DSTV, and you are looking for the village people who are after your destiny. Listen to me, even your village people were more serious than you. They were not distracted by Netflix. They were not spending, even though your ancestors, they were working hard in the farm. Right? They were working hard in the farm. Most of you, you have not even worked as hard as, you have not even got halfway the hard work and the labor that your ancestors put in. And you are here because you have internet. You can talk. You know how to speak good grammar. You'll be using it on Twitter to harass everybody, and you are blaming your innocent, hard-working ancestors. Not knowing that what? That laziness is the reason you are where you are. That's why they don't want to join our business. No, that's why they don't want to join our business. So our business is stressful. This business is stressful. This business is stressful. This business is stressful. You people should have explained this thing to me. That's a lazy man talking. I should write 50 contacts. Is it not too much? 50 contacts is too much. Oh, that's a lazy human being. They are always looking for shortcuts. They are always looking for ways to avoid work. That's how you know a lazy person. They are always looking for how they will avoid work. And some of you are like that. You just keep asking, must I make the call? Excuse me. Must I make the call? Must I send the text message? I don't understand. Ordinary making call, That's why you are there asking yourself, must I make the call? If you don't, who will make the call for you? But you can spend your borrowed airtime to be calling somebody and gisting nothing. But when it comes to work, you are running from it. They are running from it. That's why they don't want to do our business. Most of the people that quit this business, they are running away from work. Is work they are running away from. This business is stressful. You people did not explain this thing well for me. You people should have told us everything from the beginning. You know, you people said all the sweet things. Then when we now enter inside, you are now bringing out the work, the work. If I knew it was like this, I wouldn't have. Okay, I can see a lazy man talking. I can see a lazy man talking. Oh, okay. You wanted to come and make millions, Abi? Oh, okay. Oh, you are just thinking, okay, once I just register, I will not do anything. I will not stress myself, right? Then just because I paid 49,990, and then because what? Because Dr. Ed Kapantong is your father's younger brother's auntie, right? And because they like your face, they'll just be crediting your account just like that without doing anything. You are joking. You are joking. Who are you? Even if your father is Buhari, you just want to come in like that and without doing anything, nothing. You just want to be making money. Ross, now, what's the difference between you and a thief? What's the difference between you and a thief? A thief wants to make money without doing anything, right? And that's the problem a lot of people have. It is laziness that causes these things. And listen to me, laziness is the what? It accounts for 85% of poverty. And that's why you see, that is it. Sometimes there are some prayers I don't pray. Even inside church, you get some prayers where I know they pray. There are some prayers that sponsor laziness. There are some prayers that encourages laziness. You are not doing anything. You just because you are coming to church, because you are a child of God, you just want to sit down and wealth to be falling on you. Wealth transfer. From whose account? You think God is a 419er? Somebody worked hard, created the wealth, and you, your own, you are not expecting wealth transfer. Are you not a thief? There's some things we do. There are some things we do that does what? That sponsors laziness. We live in a society that everybody is looking for what? The easy way out. And some people are trying to use God. Some people are trying to use God. Come on. Right? Can we use our brains? Can we use this brain? Can we think? Laziness accounts for 85%. It accounts for the reason most people in church are poor. It accounts for the reason most people around the community, they are poor, because most people are not willing to do the work. They're always looking for how to cheat the process. And that is why you find out that a lot of people fall for scam. They fall for scam. A real business, genuine business like this one, they will not do. They tell you this one is stressful. That same person who told you doesn't have 49,990 to register for this business, tomorrow he will come and tell you, these people have scammed me. These people have scammed me. Say, scammed you how? He said, do you know that I went and I put 500,000 in this business? And guess what? He said, oh, that's the reward of somebody who is covetous. The same person who told you that he doesn't have 49,990 to register in this business, but we go and borrow 500K, 1 million naira to go and invest in one scheme like that. Do you know why? They were expecting to just make money by just putting money. Laziness. Let me make progress. Listen, let me tell you something. Laziness is the secret ingredient for creating failure. It's in the secret. Right? It's in the secret. Right? It is a secret ingredient for cooking and preparing failure. That's what laziness is. If you catch yourself being lazy, you have started preparing the recipe for a life of regrets. Oh, you need to sit down with some of our parents. You need to sit down with some persons that have gone through life, and they will tell you, if only I knew, if only I knew, I would have done this, I would have done this, I would have done this, I would have done that. I would have been more serious. See, when you are lazing around, right? When you are lazing around, guess what? You are cooking the recipe for what? For failure. Characteristics of a lazy person. Let's look at that. Let's look at the characteristics of a lazy person. The first characteristic of a lazy person is that what? Doesn't get started in the morning. A lazy person will not like to do what? Will not like to get up from bed in the morning. So when you see these things, just know that you're a lazy person. I came here to do what is it called now? To do an X-ray. That's what I want to do right now. What is it that will tell you that a lazy person? A lazy person is not willing to get started in the morning. Proverbs 9:15 said that what? He said that laziness brings about deep sleep. Right? Laziness brings about deep sleep. You find out that it is that morning that you're supposed to wake up and start preparing for cell meeting. That is the time that one sweet sleep like that just appears. Right? The sweet sleep from nowhere. That's the time that all throughout the night, there was no breeze. There was no breeze and there was no light. But when it is towards morning, that is when NEPA will bring light. And then you now have what? You now have AC and fan, and then plus natural breeze. You find out that it is early in the morning. That's when the breeze usually comes in. Is that true? In this heat period, it's early in the morning. Can't you see that everything is conniving to get you to keep you lazy? Everything is conniving to do or to keep you lazy. That morning, that is when everything would. NEPA is on, AC is on, fan is also available, natural AC, all of them join. Right? Doesn't get started in the morning. A lazy person loves sleep. Loves sleep. They love the snooze button. You have set alarm to wake up by 5 a.m. because he said, tomorrow I am going to be very serious. Tomorrow I'm going to be at the office very, very early. I will be in the office before everybody. Put alarm 5 a.m. Once the alarm start ringing, the person you just stretch your hand and then you just off the thing. 10 minutes later, it repeats. 10 minutes, because that is when the sleep is supposed to be sweetest. That's a sign of laziness. That's the character of laziness. No discipline to get up. And you see, when you find a lazy student, the lazy student always goes late for the first lecture in the morning. First lecture in the morning, a lazy student will always go late. Always go late. Anyway, I didn't call anybody's name. Right? A lazy student will always go late. Right? Right? And then just what? Some of them who have a job, a lazy worker will always not be on time. The resumption time is by 8 a.m. Right? The resumption time is by 8 a.m. But this person will always come by past 8. They have talked, they have done everything, but a lazy person will always come late. Always goes late for an appointment, early morning appointment. Right? Early morning appointment. Anything that has to do with early morning. Why? In fact, even when there is church service in the morning, forget, this person cannot come late. He cannot come. It's laziness that causes that thing. That lack of discipline. One of the characteristics of laziness. Another characteristics of a lazy person, hardly finishes anything. Hardly finishes anything. That's how you know a lazy person. Always starts something, but they hardly finish it. Hardly finishes it. Start reading a book, hardly finishes that book. Start a program, hardly finishes the program, finishes anything. There is no commitment to finish. That's laziness. It's laziness that causes that. Right? It's laziness that causes that. You will see them, they like to do what? They like to buy all the available books so that they can impress people. But they don't even read it. They don't even finish it. They don't even finish it. It is laziness that causes it. A lazy person hardly finishes anything, but they can brag about what they have. They can brag about it. Hardly finishes whatever they start. That's why a lot of people sign up into this business and then they quit along the line. It is laziness that causes that. Listen to me. It is not the business. It is not the business that is their problem. They have always been quitters. Most of the people who quit this business, they've been quitting in life. This business is not the first place. They've been quitting in life. They started driving school. They did not finish it. They started the exercise. They didn't finish the exercise. Right? They started what? They started a relationship. Even to finish the relationship, they cannot finish it. Anything they do, they don't have the discipline to finish. They don't have the discipline to finish. They start a course online. They don't even finish it. They abandon it. They started learning musical instruments. They say, I want to become a keyboardist. I want to become a guitarist. Right? I want to do this. They even use their money and pay for the learning. Today, as I speak with you right now, they have not even gone for half of the classes. They've quit. The strings are so painful. The strings are so painful. The strings are so painful. They didn't tell me that this musical instrument is hard like this. So this musical instrument is hard like this. They hardly finish anything. A lazy person hardly finish anything. If that is describing you, just begin to repent wherever you are. Just begin to. This is not the time to be self-righteous. Begin to identify yourself. The reason for this training today is so that you will identify what are the things that are reducing your productivity and begin to amend your ways so that you cannot be lazy and successful at the same time. Did you hear what I just said? You cannot be lazy and successful and at the same time. It's not, the two of them cannot work together. You cannot. It's not possible. So if you choose to be successful, you must do what? You must sacrifice your laziness. You must. Right? A lazy person is full of excuses. A lazy person is full of excuses. They can give you 1,001 reasons why they did not do this, why they did not do that. You ask them, why didn't you do the what? Oga, you said I did not come early. Oga, today, if you see the kind of hold up that just, I don't know what is wrong with that place where I am living. And this is the person that always comes late. It's Oga today. If you see in fact, today they decided to do riot. They shot 2 gunshots into the air. And it was exactly when I left my house. That was when this thing started happening. That's why I am late. They always explain why they are not able to do something or why they did something. They always have excuses. Right? They always have excuses. What does Proverbs what? What does Proverbs 22:13 say? He said that a lazy man said that there is a lion on the road. I cannot afford to go out today. There is a lion on the street. If I go out to go and prospect, that lion is going to eat me. Laziness is the elder brother of excuses. You see, they are twin brothers, laziness and excuses. The two of them are brothers and sisters. They were born the same day, from the same mother. From the same mother. Siamese twins. In fact, this one, they are not even separated. They are Siamese. They are joined together. If you attract one, the second one must come. Lazy people are full of excuses. Why didn't you become what? Why didn't you become Star Connect or last one? Ha! Boss, didn't you hear? This period, there is no cash. There's no cash. Is it not happening in your side? People are no longer registering in the business because of cash. Why didn't you book people to come for presentation? Boss, are you new in town? Don't you know what is happening? Nobody has transport to come anywhere, to move out anywhere, right? Nobody has transport. Everybody staying at home. What is the need wasting this credit that I don't have? This credit that I am managing. What is the need calling them when I already know they will not come? Boss, I already know they will not come. There's no cash anywhere. Even me that even came, me that is even in the office that you are seeing right now, it's by the grace of God I came. It's by the grace of God. So there is no reason for me to be doing booking call. Let me wait. Let us wait first. When everything normalizes, we will resume booking. Full of excuses. Full of excuses. Why didn't this? They always have an explanation? Why are you not inviting? Why didn't you sign up anybody? Boss, they didn't tell you. Network. This period, network is not going anywhere. Business is not moving. Boss, we have to wait. We have to wait. People are not registering again because there's no network, right? There's no network. So we should stop presentation. But there's no need for all this present. We already know that these people will not even sign up because there's no. A lazy man said that there is a lion outside. There's a lion outside. Boss. You are telling us to come for presentation on Sunday. There's going to be what? There's going to be an election on Saturday. There's election on Saturday. We cannot risk our life coming to the office the next day. After election, there's going to be crisis everywhere. So let us all close our offices. Let us all close our offices so that what? So that everything will settle. Let Nigeria normalize. Did you not hear that Peter Obi wants to go to court? And the people are waiting. They want to protest. Everybody wants to protest. We cannot be doing business in this type of environment. We cannot be doing business. This is not the time for business. We need to go and restore our stolen mandates. Our nation is boiling, and you are talking about business. Will there be business if there is no nation? No. Me, I am going to go and help Peter Obi recover the stolen mandates. Okay. A lazy person is full of what? Is full of excuses. Full of excuses. Always has one reason or the other. That's why you see, when I see when some leaders come to tell me, this is my downline, he said that his problem is product. His problem is product. That in part, the reason why what? The reason why he has not done a home launch, the reason why he said he will not do any home launch, he will not do any, is because he has not collected product. But he said that once he receives his product like this, he will do home launch the next day. I laugh. Right? I laugh. You see that person that is using product as an excuse today, right? For not doing what he's supposed to do. He's using that product to cover his laziness. Once you give the person product, the person will find another excuse again. That's if the person is still around. Once you settle product issue, the next problem will be what? Election. Once election is over, the next thing will not be his mother's dog, the cousin of his mother's dog in the village. He needs to go and give the dog food. There will always be excuses. Have you not met people like that? He said, no. Once you give me my product, the only reason I am not doing this one is because if you have not given me my product, once you link my account, once my account has been linked and I encash and I find out that this thing is true, that's when I will know, I will bring everybody in Nigeria to come and join the business. Just link my account and you will see. You have not started seeing me. You have not started seeing my true color. Wait until you link my account. You finish linking the account. It's all right. The next thing is now what? They will look for another excuse, right? Lazy people are full of excuses, right? Lazy people are full of excuses. They are full of excuses. That's how anybody you see who is always making excuses, the person is a lazy man. He's using those excuses to justify the lack of action. The person is using the excuses to justify lack of action. Some people have been looking for a reason why they should be on break. Election just gave them the excuse that they have been looking for. Election. They stole our mandate. Let everybody stay at home. The people in the southeast, they say sit at home, sit at home, sit at home. Where are you going to? Are you not aware that it is sit at home? No, we cannot be doing business, so it's sit at home. Everybody is sit at home. We are sitting at home. We are not going anywhere. Even after the people who said they sit at home, they are no longer saying sit at home. But do you notice that people are still sitting at home? Lazy people are still sitting at home. The sit at home is over. The people who said sit at home, they are no longer saying sit at home. But the lazy people are still staying at home. They don't want to come out. They don't want to come out. Because they are always looking for reasons to justify their lack of action. Laziness. Laziness. Rather than you building your business, going out to go and work so that you can create the prosperity you are looking for. Looking for excuses up and down. Looking for excuses. Giving excuses everywhere. Let me tell you another thing. Another characteristics of a lazy person. Have you noticed that lazy people seem to be experiencing bad luck? It seems as if they are the ones that bad things are always happening to, and they are always complaining about it. Today they complain. This one happened. My roof started leaking. Why didn't you go about that rain that fell yesterday? It's like it's only my roof that the thing fell on. No, my whole roof has now gone down. Tomorrow, why didn't you do this other one? Why didn't I don't know the kind of thieves that came to my house. That's how they broke the leg of my dog, and then they broke the lock of my dog. They seem to be having bad lucks. Bad things seem to be happening to them, and they always use the bad thing as excuse why they are not doing this. They have a what? They have a victim's mentality. They have victim's mentality. They keep complaining. Excuse me. Right? They keep complaining of bad things happening to them. Bad things happening to them, and that is why they are lazy, right? They seem to be experiencing bad. Nothing seems to be working for them. Now, don't you see that they are the ones that will go and put their money in get rich quick scheme, and the thing will crash. They go and put their money here, it will crash, and they'll come and be complaining to you, right? Do you know why? Because they are looking for anything they can do without work. They are looking for anything they can. So listen to me. When it looks as if you are always experiencing bad luck, go and check yourself. You are probably lazy. You are probably lazy. When you find out that what, right? When you find out that everything doesn't seem to be working, everything doesn't seem to be working, everybody suddenly is after you. In your whole village, you are the only person that everybody is ganging up against. Have you not seen those people? Have you not seen those people? My neighbor is against me. This other person is against me. This other person is jealous of me. Are you serious? How much do you have in your bank account? That everybody will leave what they are doing, and it is only you they are chasing. It's only you they are chasing. Can't you see why your life is where it is? Right? Can't you see why your life? Are you that important? Like, are you that important that everybody will leave what they are doing, and it's because of you? They are always complaining. The world is against me. The world is against me. They have this word, victim's mentality. The world is against us. It is us against the world. My uncle is not supporting me. My uncles, none of them wants to give me money. This other person, nobody wants to help me. I am what? I have issues. I have the other one. Nobody cares about me. Of everybody, it is only you that nobody cares about. Of everybody, it is only you that nobody cares about. It's laziness that is causing it. That's a serious characteristic. When you find out these things, you just know that what? It's your laziness that is attracting all these things. And why does it seem like what? Right? Why does it seem that these people always have bad luck? Do you know why? Because they are not willing to do the work. They are not willing to do the work. They are not willing to do the work that will do what? That will actually change the result for them. They are not willing to do it. They just want to sit there and be taken care of. And then the taking care of is poverty that is taking care of them. Poverty starts taking care of them. They now start complaining that poverty is taking care of them. I don't understand. You see, when you are what? When you are always what? When you are not productive, you attract what? You attract negative things into your life. You see why you have to be productive? You see why you have to be serious? When you are productive and serious, good things will be happening to you. Why? Because when you are hardworking and serious, what happens is that what? You attract positive things into your life. You attract positive things. Do you know why you attract positive things? Because you are living your life by principles. When you live your life by principles and you follow principles, good things will begin to happen to you. And I say this, can I say this? Just for the sake of emphasis, I don't mean to insult anybody. I don't mean to I'm not calling names. I'm not doing anything, but just for the sake of this, how many of you have noticed that majority, if not all, the people, right? The people who are demon possessed, they are broke people. Have you noticed? I've never seen a rich man where they are casting demons out of that rich man. I've never seen, no. I don't know whether their own is digital devil. I don't know, right? But you go to all the prayer houses, all the people that they are casting out demons out of them, all of them are broke people. What is the relationship between demon possession and poverty? What is the relationship? So don't you see that when people are not productive, they attract negative things into their lives. They attract negative demons into their lives. There is. Go and check. Go to prayer houses now. Go and see it. Am I saying something that is not happening? Is it not true? Somebody say, I don't see rich man fall under anointing. May I not know that one again. I not talk that one. Right? But do you see it? Now that's why it seems as if what lazy people, they're always attracting bad things into their lives. Why? Do you know what? Do you know what causes poverty? Let me tell you this. Do you know what causes poverty? Do you know what causes poverty? What causes poverty is the lack of obedience to the principles of wealth creation. Right? When you are not what? When you don't obey the principles of what? The principles of wealth creation. When you begin to break the rules, you cannot be wealthy. You cannot be wealthy. And you see, whenever you are breaking rules, there's a repercussion for every rule. There is a consequence. People don't understand that there is a consequence for every action. There's a consequence for every action. Right? So that is what happens. That's what brings about poverty. So you see, when you live a life where you are not what, when you don't obey rules, are you aware that poor people actually spend more money than wealthy people? Are you aware that poor people actually spend more money, right, than wealthy people? And I'm not joking. And I'm very, very serious. Poor people spend more money. They spend more money. And the funny part is that what? They actually spend more money on unproductive things. Let me put it that way. Right? They actually spend more money. Because somebody's asking me how. Right? A poor man will go and buy a car that every day he's spending money on. Spending money on the car every day. He wanted to go and buy a cheap car. Right? He said, I don't have money. He goes to buy a cheap car. Every day that car is taking you to the mechanic. Every day. Every day. By the time you finish putting all the money together, you find out that you have spent the money that should have bought a good car. You see that my Mercedes Benz, by August ending this year, right? By August ending, it will be 3 years. That car has been serving me. I am not even aware that 3 years is almost here. But then if you see somebody who bought car in the last 3 years, right, and bought this type of car, whatever, the person has been spent. There are some people that reach out to me, say, please, my engine has knocked. This one is now down. My shock absorber is no longer this one. The other one is no longer that one. The other one is no longer. See, when you spend on quality, you actually do what? You reduce your costs over time. Should I still tell you how? You see, a poor man doesn't want to spend money to pay for light bill, right? Light bill of 5,000 naira every month. He said, no, that one is too much. Light bill of 10,000 naira. He said, that one is too much. He doesn't want to pay. He will go and bypass meter so that you will not be paying. But I hope you know that 99 days for the team, 1 day for the owner of the house. Then 1 day, maybe after 1 year, NEPA will now come. They will come and say, okay, you have been bypassing meter. Guess what? They will count all the money, all the energy you have been using for the past 1 year. And then, of course, they will not do what? They will not add on top. So if you are supposed to be spending 5,000 naira for 12 months, that's 60,000 naira. In what? In 1 year. But because you went back to go and do sharp, you will end up spending 300,000 plus the stress, plus the everything that you are going through. You will end up spending more money than you should have spent if you are following due process. And you tell me poor people don't spend more money. Let me know go there. I've done that training before already. The next characteristics of what? You see, have you not heard that the harder you work, the luckier you get? Right? The harder, but people, right? You see, but people don't know. They want to escape hard work. But you see, the people you call that they are lucky, you see, the people that get lucky, that attract luck into their lives are the people who work harder. The people who are productive. The harder you work, the luckier you get. So you see, when you work hard, when you are hardworking, when you are productive, you attract good luck into your life. You attract good luck into your life. Somebody will see how hardworking you are. The person will decide to do what? The person will decide to reward your hard work. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Footballers understand this thing. Right? Footballers understand these things. So you see that what? You see that being lazy does not pay you at all. Let me move to the next thing. A lazy person is a big talker. A lazy person talks too much. Makes a lot of boasting. Boast a lot. A lazy person. You see what the Bible says. This one, I had to write it. Proverbs 14:23. He said, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talks lead only to poverty. All hard work leads to profit, brings about a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Have you not seen those people who have big mouth around you? Are they rich? Have you noticed that most wealthy people are quiet people? They don't talk too much. They are not loud. They are producing some of them. If nobody tells you, you will not even know that these guys are wealthy. But the person that will make 100,000 and the whole community will know that he has 100,000 is a lazy person. Likes to show off. talks too much. Talks too much. They talk a lot, but don't even do any work. Lazy people talk too much, and you will see them, they will be playing down on the hard work of the successful persons. Lazy people, they talk too much that they do what? That they play down on the hard work of a successful person. Is it because he bought a car? What did he do to buy a car? Forget it. If I have that same job that he had, if I'm also working in that same place, I will even buy a bigger car. Have you not seen people like that? They brag, and then they play down on whatever anybody is doing to succeed. Play down on it. Forget what does Davido know? What does Davido know? What does he know? Is it just because he sang this one? He will just come. He will just come and shout. If you give me the same platform, I will even do better than Davido. What does this person know? What does it? He doesn't even know how to do this. You know, poor people. You see, these guys, lazy people, they can do what? They can school you on how to do everything. They know how everything should be done. They know how everything should be done. They can tutor you. They can mentor you on how they can tell you everything you are not doing correct. Do you understand? Right? Do you understand? Right? But then what happens? When you now put them in that same position for them to do the work, when they see the work, they will run for their dear life. They will run for their dear lives. They will run. They won't do the work. When they come in and they find out the amount of work you had to do to get to where you are. Right? When they see the amount of energy that has to, say, come on now. Is it not just to write a song? Is it not just, if I enter studio, if I enter studio like this, right? If I enter studio like this, let me just see, the only reason Davido is more popular than me is because his uncle is Adeleke. His uncle gave him the money to go and do this thing, to go and do that one. Me like this, see, I am more talented than Davido. If I have an uncle like Adeleke, I'll go down blow past Davido. Huh? They are big talkers. But when it is time for them to act, they will disappear. Have you not signed up people like them? Have you not signed up people like them in this business? Ha! Before he say, is it because you went and joined La Buena Vida? Is it because you went and joined La Buena? See that your La Buena Vida self, See, you are very what? You are very what? You are very lucky that I am not there. The day I enter that your La Buena Vida, I am going to overtake you. What is there? Is it not just to bring people? Is it not just to bring people? Come on, you are lucky that I'm not there. Oh. You are very, very lucky that I'm not there. The day I just pray that I don't enter. But if I enter, I will overtake you. Have you not seen people like that? Have you not seen people like that? Then they finally sign up into your business. When they sign up into your business, after the first 1 week, where are they? Where are they? They will run for their dear life. They only know how to talk, no action. They are always talking their way. They're always looking for how they will talk. They will only talk and talk and talk, no action. That's a lazy man. That's a lazy woman. They don't want to walk. They just want to talk. They are the people you see on social media. They are castigating everything that happens. They are telling you, they can even tell you how to run what, how to run the country. Somebody who has never been a president before. Lazy people. They don't know the amount of work, right? They don't know the amount of work that is required to produce success. Right? They don't know the amount of work that is required to produce success. And once they enter there, they will run. That's when they will come out and say that business does not work. That business is a scam. That business is a scam. They told me all I needed to do was to register. Once I register, I will start making the money. I will start making the money. Now I register. Do you know that for 3 months, nothing, I did not see anything. Meanwhile, they didn't do anything. That's why you see football fans, they can play the football more than the footballers. But have you noticed that football fans don't get paid? Have you noticed that football fans don't get paid? Right? Football fans don't get paid. There are people, they call them live fans. Live. It is even the what? It is even the what? The fans that spend. In fact, it is the fans that actually pay the people who are actually making noise. Do you know why they are not paid? Because they what? Because they are not doing the work. The people who get paid are the people who do the work. The people who take the risk and they do the work. You want to get paid in this business? You must be in the field, not among the crowd. Nobody pays the fans. Nobody pays the people who are talking. Only people who are acting, people who are doing, people who are exerting energy, they are the people that get paid. Nobody pays you for talking. Nobody pays you for talking. And that's why I love this business. This business pays you, right? This business pays you for your productivity, not your talkativeness. Some of you come to the office. The only thing you do is talk. Is this one contact you have not finished calling? Is it this one contact you have not finished calling? Just wait. Once I start like this, me that can call 5 contacts in 2 hours. Me that can call 5 contacts in 2 hours. Okay, now. Call now. It's not by telling us how many. Don't tell us. Do it. Do it. Some people do what? Some people talk their way through the office. You come to the office, it's only talk. When you see people who are always talking, that's a sign of laziness. Run for your dear life. Run for your dear life. Run for your dear life. They talk too much. They are big talkers. They are big talkers. Let me make progress. I hope I'm helping you today. It's not just for you to laugh. Learn the lessons and become productive. You can never, listen to me. Let me say this. Right? Lazy people never amount to anything tangible in life. Lazy people never amount to anything worthwhile. They never become any significant person in life. Go and check. There is no lazy person that has amounted to anything. There's no. Everybody who you have seen that has amounted to somebody, that is hard work in human form. Everybody that you have seen who has produced results in any area of life, I mean in any area of life, that is somebody who has worked hard. So before you start criticizing that person, before you start talking against the person, make sure you are ready to do the kind of work the person has done. That's why have you noticed that you find that successful people hardly criticize other successful people? Have you noticed it? Have you noticed it? That successful people hardly criticize other successful people. They hardly do that. Do you know why? Because they know what it takes to produce that result. They know it. The people who are always criticizing are the lazy people. They are the unsuccessful, unproductive people. They are the ones who are quick to criticize because they don't know what it costs. They don't know what it takes to create that level of influence. They can dismiss it as luck. Are you hearing me now? Let's make progress, please. Let's make progress. I have 2 more characteristics to go. Another characteristics of what? Of lazy people. They are full of unrealistic dreams. They live in fantasy world. Fantasy world. They are not ready to do the work. Right? Look at what the Bible says here. He who walks his land will have abundant food. But the one who chases fantasies will have his own land full of what? Poverty. You see it? You see it? See, when you have, there are a lot of people who have what? Yes, wishful thinking. They don't sit down here. They paint pictures of wonderful, elaborate, prosperous life they want to live. Do you know what differentiates dreams from fantasies? Right? Dreams requires discipline. Fantasy is only the brain. There's no work required. So lazy people, they are full of fantasies. They come here, they can talk to you about how beautiful their life is already planned out. Once I just do this, I will do this, I will do that and that. Once I just get 10 million now. If anybody can just give me 10 million right now, right? Anybody can just give me 10 million right now. You will see what I will do with this 10 million. I will change the whole universe. I will do this, I will do that, I will do that. The only reason I'm not going to do this is because what? It's because I've not gotten the opportunity yet. Once I get the opportunity, they are full of fantasies. Full of fantasies. They can talk a good game. And that's why they what? They like what? They like the spotlight. They say, and for them to achieve that, they are, you know, a lot of people have fantasy life. Even fantasy love, right? They have fantasy life. I'm not, you know, when I'm rich, I'm not going to be this, I'm not going to be that, I'm not going to be living there. If I'm the one that has this type of car, if I'm the one that has this type of money, this is the type of house I'll be living in. This is the type of this I'll be doing that. This is the da. But they are not ready to do anything to make it work. Their only tickets, how they hope to achieve their fantasy life, how they hope to achieve their fantasy life is through what? Is through becoming celebrities. Because they avoid anything that will give them work, that will cause them to work and build. Listen, I'm not talking to some of these people are in this meeting. You know why some of you, right? Some of you signed up into this business because some of you are thinking that this business is shortcut to becoming millionaire overnight. That's some people signed up into it. Some of you signed up into this business because you're expecting that overnight you go hammer. And once you hammer overnight like this, that your fantasy life, you want to start living that fantasy life. They are hoping to become celebrities. That's why you see a lot of people, right? They want to, once it is time for Big Brother Nigeria, all of them, kitty cat, all of them want to become housemates. I mean, what do they call it now? Right? They want to become this one. Once there is a Nigeria idol, everybody, their hope is that once I can win BBN Nigeria, I will blow. I will become what? I will become known. I will become a celebrity. And once I become a celebrity, I will become rich. And once I become rich, I will start living this type of life. I will start living this type of life. That's their hope, right? That's their hope. So you see them doing everything to make sure that they become celebrities so that they can begin to live that fantasy life. And that's why you see most of them, when they succeed, and they get through those, you know, all of those processes, they become celebrities. You see them, they start living fake life. They start living those fantasy life. They are borrowing to buy a big car. They are doing this one. They begin to put themselves under pressure because they are trying to impress. They are trying to impress. It's a show business. It's a show business. They want to impress people that are not looking at them. And that's their ticket. They hope to win the lottery. They hope to win the lottery. If I just play this game, I just play this game. Once all this my game just enter like this. If I end this my game enter and I make 50 million, I will buy this car. I will do this one. I will do that one. And that's why they have been playing the lotto all this while. The lotto all this while. Because they just want more. They're looking for a way to hammer so that they can sponsor their fantasy life. So that they can sponsor. If you stay close to some of these celebrities, if you know the rot they are living in, because they are trying to impress, living fake lives, fantasies. So lazy people are full of unrealistic dreams. They set big dreams, and then they are not ready to do the work. Am I saying that there's something wrong with being a celebrity? No, sir. That's not what I'm saying. There are some people who are actually smart. One day I tuned it. You know, I love football, right? You know why I love football, right? I'm not justifying, right? I'm not justifying. But then one thing I love football, I learn a lot from football. One day I was tuned into Super Sports. I'm almost done. I was tuned into Super Sports, and I was watching, the sweetest part of football that I like watch is not even the game, it's not the match. That's not the one I love. The part I love so much is the analysis, then the documentaries. That's where I learn. I love that part more than I love the action of football, because action of football, I can always get it anytime. I can always watch it anytime, right? So one of these days, I was watching one of the documentaries. There was this player that, they were showing how he got signed up into a football club, so they were showing the things that were happening behind the scenes. So he went to go and sign for that football club with his what? With his mother, right? He went to go and sign for that. So I was listening to what the agent was telling him. So the agent was telling him that this is the amount of money you are going to be earning, right? But for the fact that you signed up for this club, this is the amount of money they are going to pay you. But listen, we have broken it down for you into percentage. They said 60% will go back into the investment. Then this 20%, be 30% will go into what? This one, you will see it, but it is not your money. Don't see it is not your money. Say this 30% is for paying your tax. All the taxes you are supposed to pay. This 30% will be taking care of your tax for the next 1 year or so. Then it is only this 10% that is for you to use and sustain yourself. I said, are you serious? So there's this level of discipline in football. So there are football agents that can actually help young men to live and plan their lives. I say, oh God, oh God, oh God, this is so sweet and so wonderful. Some people are feeling, once I become a footballer, hey, they are paying Messi. They are paying Messi 50,000 pounds per day. They are paying. It is lazy people that know how much they are paying another man, but they don't know how much they make every day. They don't even sit down to check how much they are making, but they know how much they are paying another person. And another person's money and earnings is their own problem. Say, once I get this, once I sign up for this football club and they start paying me 10,000 pounds per week, I will do this, I will do that. You don't know. Do you know how many persons have gone into football and they came back broke because there was no system to help them make use of the resources? Lazy people are full of unrealistic dreams. Finally, a lazy man dreams of easy money without any effort. That's how you know a lazy man. Say, this business, must I introduce people? Must I invite people? Can't I be making the money without inviting people? Must I bring people? Anybody that talks like that is a lazy man, lazy person. They dream of easy money without any effort. Lastly, the last one I'm going to say, this one you won't even know is a characteristics of what? Of lazy people. Lazy people, a lazy person irritates the people who are around him. A lazy person irritates the people who are around him. You see, the people who are around the lazy person, everyone is only tolerating the lazy man. See, when you find out that the people around you are tolerating you, once you find out that the people around you are tolerating you, you know what that means? It means that you are lazy. That is the truth. It actually means that you are lazy. People are only tolerating you. They know that you are not productive. So when you are around them, nobody wants to be around you. It's laziness that caused that thing. You have no result to show for it. So stop blaming people. People don't like me. I don't know why people don't like me. I don't know why, everybody is against me. It is because you are not productive. is because you are not productive. The only way to change this irritability or this irritation that you irritate people, you know what you do? Keep away from the people. Go and produce results. When you start producing results, people will want to associate with you. People will want to be close to you. People will want to be known. They want to associate with you. Right? Do you know why they are tolerating you? They can't open their mouth and tell you they are a lazy person. They can't open their mouth and tell you. They don't want to. They are too what? They are too, they are too concerned about you. So they don't want to open their mouth and tell you that you are lazy and you are not producing anything. Right? So you find out that they are just they are avoiding you. Even when you are around, they are just tolerating you. When you see all of these things happening, just know that it is because you are not producing results. Go and produce results. Once you do what? Right? Once you do what? Once you produce results, you will attract people. Don't you see it? That the productive people around are the people that are liked by everybody. You find out that everybody likes this guy. Everybody likes this guy. Even in the office, you find out that those people who are productive in the office, people like them. People like to be around them. So when you find out that people are running away from you, it is because of your laziness. Go and become productive. Productivity attracts. Laziness repels. If you didn't learn anything, that should be what you learned today. Productivity attracts. Laziness repels. That is not in your church. People. They don't even invite people for their birthday. They don't even invite people for their birthdays. People show up. In fact, they're even begging people not to show up. Don't you see successful people? They don't even make it public. They say we are doing a private reception. Even on top of that private reception, people will still burst into that place. How can you be doing wedding? How can you be doing birthday? How can you be doing child education and you're not inviting us? Because the person is productive. Because the person is a valuable person. The person brings value to the table. That is why everybody wants to associate with them. Did you learn something tonight? Did you learn something tonight? I will need to stop it here. It's already an hour, 30 minutes. I will need to stop it here, right? We'll continue next week, Monday. Next week, Monday, I'm going to be talking to you. I will be showing you the causes of laziness. Why is it that what people get lazy, right? We will be seeing the cause of laziness, right? We'll be seeing the causes of laziness. Next week, we're going to be seeing the cost, the price you pay for being lazy. And then, of course, I will definitely show you how to overcome this thing called laziness, right? How to overcome this thing called laziness. So, guys, you've seen the damage that laziness is doing to you. You can't afford but to be productive. This week that we just entered, right? This new week that we just entered, you have to go out and be productive, right? You have to go out and be productive. There's no room for laziness.